Hi, I'm Michael Senoff, founder and CEO of HardToFindSeminars.com. For the last 5 years, I've interviewed the world's best business and marketing minds. Now my challenge is to build the world's largest free resource for online, downloadable audio business interviews. I've learned a lot in the last 5 years, and today I'm going to show you the skills you need to survive. It costs you 10 cents on the dollar for those trade dollars. So that ball cost you $500 in cash to buy.
Right.
And you sold it on eBay for?
$3,500.
$3,500. You made $3,000 on that deal.
Correct.
Beautiful. Hi, this is Michael Senoff with Michael Senoff's HardToFindSeminars.com. Here's a 30-minute interview with one of my customers, and he is a man after my own heart. He is a guy who's been involved with the retail barter exchange industry, but he's been doing what I've been doing for almost 10 years. He's been able to utilize a loophole in the trade industry and learn how to buy things on trade at 5 times markup and be able to cash convert them. You'll hear stories of how he's able to buy jewelry on eBay very inexpensively and get 10 times his money for him and turn that into cash. Lots of ideas here, and it's something that I've been talking about on my site for a long time. That's the barter industry. If you're a small business or you work out of your home and you work in a business capacity, there is no faster and simpler way to make money and save money by using the barter industry. You're going to learn some secrets here that you will not find anywhere else. So get ready. It's a 30-minute interview, and I hope you enjoy. At the end of the interview, you'll hear more details on how you can get in on this lucrative business. Enjoy. We can talk a little bit about your experience with trade. A lot of these people don't understand what trade is. You do, I do, and it's a hard subject to get wrapped around your head until you're in it for a little bit. But people order my course, the Barter Secrets course on how to buy trade dollars at 10 to 20 cents on the dollar. And I'd love to do a little interview with someone who's got some experience in trade just to prove to them there's a great opportunity for someone who's willing to take advantage of it. Would that be all right?
Sure. Yeah, I was talking about barter.
Do you have a full-time job? What do you do?
I do have a regular job. I work at a university, an aviation university, and it's a lucrative side business. This way, barter, the way you and I know it, and the way you're promoting your course, is perfect one-man operation. You know, the husband and wife is a perfect business to have because you have virtually no overhead. Everything, the stuff that everybody currently has now in their home, a phone, a computer with internet access, a fax machine, a mailbox, that's all you need. What the contacts that you have in your course, people will be able to do this right out of their own home pretty much from day one.
How long have you been involved in barter or trade?
Barter, most of my life, you know, since I was a kid, we always traded, you know, started small trading baseball cards or coins or stamps or something, you know. When I was living in California in the 80s, I kind of got involved in barter there. There were some exchanges out there, Cal Barter and Barter Card, and they were real big. And I was kind of independent of myself, and there was a guy actually I was trading that he was out here in Tennessee. And I was trading with him most times because I wasn't aware of all the organized barter sites that were out there.
What were you trading? When you first got in, did you have a business?
I didn't have a business per se. I was just trading general stuff that I had, mostly collectibles. I liked artwork and coins and jewelry, stuff that had a decent markup because I could buy it low enough. It was good quality stuff that I could buy low enough and I could mark it up on barter.
But when you started, were you a member of an organized retail?
And I was just like an independent trader. I was just trading one-on-one.
So you were doing straight trade, no commission went to the barter companies.
Right. I found that, matter of fact, it wasn't until I left California and I moved to Florida that I found more of the organized barter companies out here, like, you know, the big ones like BX and iTex and those. And it seemed to be in the area I was in, here in Central Florida, they seemed to be more barter-oriented than they were in California. Matter of fact, there was a small group, just an independent group called TradeMate. This guy and his wife started in the area. And after about 2 years, he got well enough known that iTex was expanding and bought him out. Whatever trade credits anybody had in there, they gave us one-for-one for him. It was great. We had to reach a whole new level of trading. We could go nationwide instead of just being stuck in one area, like a county or a couple of counties. Now we were nationwide. That was the way to go.
So tell me, how are you using trade for yourself personally or for a business?
I look for stuff like collectibles mostly. I like artwork. fact, I just completed a trade now. I bought a piece of artwork off of eBay, a good quality antique painting, and I just traded a couple of days ago to a member for $2,500.
All right, so what did you buy it for off eBay?
I bought it for, my total cost was probably about $170.
And how did you know that it was a decent piece of artwork?
Because I recognized the artist that was there. There's a site you can look them up for free. You can look up these artists.
What's that site called?
Called findartinfo.com.
Findartinfo.com, and all you need is the artist's name?
All you need is the artist's name. You go, there's a search engine right on the main page. You just plug in the artist's name, and it'll pop up. There'll be pages. A lot of artists have the same last name, so you have to know both the first and the last name.
It'll tell you the history on the artist?
If he's listed, and if he's got an auction record, you can click on that name, and it'll tell you where he last sold something and what it was sold for. And even sometimes, if they have a signature of that artist on file, it'll have it there, and you can see the actual signature.
Wow, how comprehensive is that site?
It's pretty good. They have quite a lot of lists. There was only one other one called Ask Art, I believe, and they charged you for looking at stuff up, and then I found out about Find Art Info, which was totally free. And I said, wow, that was a great resource, because anytime I wanted to look something up or know they had a price on eBay or whoever had a listed price, to know that that price was in line with the real value, I could go to that site and look it up.
So the person selling on eBay, they had no idea, right?
He either had no idea, or he just, a lot of those dealers in art and collectibles are just estate sales. They're selling for somebody else, where they acquire quite a few pieces, and they'll just start it out at a price with no reserve.
Are you looking for art that you like, or you're looking for art that you can do some research on and you find out that has value?
Well, if I look for art that I like, and I look for art mainly from the financial end that has a history, that's a listed artist, that I can show has an auction history and a value. So
by the time you want to sell it, you want to prove its value.
Right. I can show somebody that, hey, this guy's listed, I'm not making him up. Here's how you find out what his last piece sold for. Usually I sell under that. I'll look for a range. Like this one here, I just sold this guy last sold a painting for just under $3,000. So I priced mine about $2,500. And as soon as I put it out there within a couple of days, I got a buyer.
All right, so now how did you put it out? Did you sell it for trade dollars or for cash?
Trade dollars.
So you put it up on the iTech site and you proved its value with the history, so you bought it for $100 and what?
About $170 altogether.
All right, and then you ended up selling it for what on iTech?
$2,500.
$2,500.
What, 7 cents on a dollar?
7 cents on the dollar, plus you're going to pay 10 points on your cash fees. By the time you buy and sell your trade dollar, you've paid $250 on your $2,500.
But in this case, I got lucky. I didn't even have to pay any trade fees. I did it through a third party. I already knew what I wanted to buy.
So you bypassed the fees by doing a triangulation.
By just getting the guys to make out the drafts to the third parties I already wanted.
So what did you end up buying with your trade dollars?
Matter of fact, there was another iTech member that he deals in some antiques and collectibles. A guy in Hawaii. He loves trade. He loves iTech.
Yeah.
I must have bought about $10,000 worth of stuff from this guy, and I was able to resell it for cash on eBay and other places.
All right, what was he selling?
He was selling some old Hawaiian cultural antiques, like Hawaiian pottery and old bowls, from 18th, 19th century Hawaiian native stuff. Now,
did you try and identify the value of that too?
Based on what he had on his, I guess that was part of his business, and what he had on there, and I would look it up. Some of it was unusual. You wouldn't find it on eBay. Some of it was. Some I could tell from other research that I did on the internet about what it goes for. But my cost in trade was low enough. You had $2,500 worth of trade that you picked up at 7 cents on the dollar. So your cost, $2,500 times 0.07, cost you $170 cash that you needed to make back before you were in the black. How much did you buy from the guy in Hawaii? So in this particular trade, I'll buy an antique lamp from him that he probably charging me just under $1,400 for, but I'll be able to sell it for about $800 to $900 cash. Hi, it's Michael Senoff with HardToFindSeminars.com. Thanks for watching this video. Many of my interviews last 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, sometimes even up to 2.5 hours long. They're actual mini seminars, and you've just listened to a short sample of just one of over 117 hours of exciting, hard-hitting, mind-blowing interviews on how to make money in direct mail, advertising, copywriting. I assure you, there is not a resource anywhere
on the internet or on the planet that comes close to the free information I provide at hardtofindseminars.com. So go right now to hardtofindseminars.com and you'll have free access to 117 hours of audio interviews with typed word-for-word downloadable transcripts and downloadable MP3 files. Please browse some more of the videos or go right directly to hardtofindseminars.com. Thanks for watching.